Welcome back, Summit County, and as promised, we are joined by Aaron from Red Buffalo and Oliver. Good morning, Oliver. How are you?
You left
Giving
him
me a 5.
hanging.
You're gonna leave me hanging?
You left him hanging.
Oh, he's gonna leave me hanging. That's all right.
The other screen in here is just too distracting.
Yeah, there's a lot to check out.
Yes.
It's TV magic. He's watching, that's for sure.
Magic of live TV.
So tell me a little bit about Red Buffalo Cafe, Aaron, for folks who've
Absolutely.
never caught a Monday morning show with us here.
Well, Red Buffalo Cafe, we're a community-oriented coffee shop in Silverthorne, and we're just a quarter mile north of the I-70 Silverthorne Interstate exit, and essential to anything you want to be doing in Silverthorne, whether that's going to the outlets or you have something going on at the pavilion, you're going to go see a show at the Performing Arts Center. So many things to do. Or if you want us to be your second office. I was joking at the Chamber of Commerce Mixer, which we're a member of, and some people are like, yeah, I just have my meetings there. And I joke that, well, yeah, just put our address on your business cards. We just won't pay the bills for you.
Why not? Why not? And speaking of that, we were just talking about, if you are at work today and don't have the liberty to just take the full day to watch the eclipse, Red Buffalo would be a fantastic place to just grab a coffee and see what's happening up in the sky.
Absolutely. Sit by the river, sit on the front patios. I'm trying to imagine where in the sky is going to, the sun will be.
It'll be pretty high up, I think, pretty close to high in the sky. Yeah.
Pretty close to the. Wouldn't it be fun if it was happening right over Red and Buffalo at that point?
Yeah, one day.
One day, I'll control the weather and the stars and all of that.
But yeah, front patio or back patio, I think
It'd be
would offer
a great place. And all of our coffees, we really take a great pride in making sure we're sourcing well. We're training with the Baristas Guild and the Specialty Coffee Association, and so all of us are really training really hard to know about the science of what's going on. There are no more concerts in the park, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
That's what Oliver was asking about.
Okay, and that means Tumble Bubbles.
That means Tumble Bubbles, but Tumble Bubbles are still going to be happening Sunday in the outlets from 10 to 2.
Okay.
So that's still something fun for kiddos to be doing in the town.
Okay.
Another fun thing for kiddos is this Thursday, the 24th, at Red Buffalo, we'll have the library at our shop for kids reading time.
Perfect.
And so we'll have snacks and lemonade, and the kids will be able to read a book and all sorts of fun stuff going on for
Nice.
kiddos.
And there's a little bit of reading happening on the back patio. No,
There
that's
is,
that's the back patio.
That is our back
Perfect.
patio, and it's a perfect quiet little place to keep the kids doing something. I know the big kids go back to school this week, the little ones go back next week.
Yep.
So it's just a good last minute chance of summer to really do
Yeah.
something.
And reading's as good an entertainment as there is out there.
It
Especially
is.
when you're sitting on the patio and
Yeah.
enjoying the outdoors and hearing the river.
It is.
And tell me a little bit more about your coffee and your teas. You guys have quite the offering in terms of, a wide array of products as well as a lot of knowledge about those products.
We really do. Our teas are all loose leaf teas, and those are going to be not just tea in a tea bag, but they're going to be brewed right in an infusing basket. You're going to get so much more body and flavor out of it. And then our coffees too, when I say that we're trained with Baristas Guild and we really get interested in the science of it, I mean, I've taken a whole class in the pasteurization and the science of pasteurization of milk that's
Wow.
going to be making your lattes, and the
Wow.
total dissolved solids that are going in the coffee. And I totally respect that at 6 a.m., the last thing you want to hear about is any of the science going into it. But the best part is you'll be able to taste the difference when you get your cup of coffee.
Yeah, and that's where really the difference lies, is in the taste. You don't need to know all that. It's great for you guys to know
Yes.
that, but when it comes down to it, folks, they just want to walk in and have a great cup
Absolutely.
of coffee or a great tea or
Absolutely.
a great atmosphere to have that cup of coffee.
And I try to tell people if they're so used to their coffee immediately adding cream and sugar, take a sip of your coffee without the training wheels, as I like to call them. I think we've gotten so accustomed over the years of not so great coffee that you just had to add cream and sugar, that you don't trust it otherwise.
Yep.
But it can be really good if you just give it kind of that chance to taste a good coffee brewed. And then, afterwards you still need a little cream or sugar to take the edge off.
Yep.
But just trying it black for a little bit and just really tasting all those nuances. It's kind of like wines. You really have to embrace good wine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And what did you bring me here today? This is definitely a tasty little tea here.
It is. That's our wild blueberry green tea. It's delicious. And when we steep it, we have whole dried blueberries in the tea.
That's my kind of tea right there.
So it's delicious. And it's so fun to drink. It's so fun to have all these different flavors to them.
Cool. And tell me, where exactly is Red Buffalo located?
So Red Buffalo is 358 Blue River Parkway in Silverthorne. So we share the big complex with the Silverthorne Pavilion, the Silverthorne Performing Arts Center, and we just want to be as central to Silverthorne as we can. We do a lot of fundraising activities for town events. We actually just had one with the Chamber of Commerce for Silverthorne Elementary School.
Perfect.
And raised over $1,700 for school lunch debt in Silverthorne
wow.
Elementary. So those are
Fantastic.
fun things for us to be a part of. And
Yeah.
so when you come into Red Buffalo, you know it's going to be a part of the community.
Awesome. And what's your plans for the eclipse today?
Oh, I think I'm going to be working and then pop out and check in on it. It's, a 2.5 hour event here. So
Yeah, starting at about 10:30 and
Yeah.
going through almost 1:30.
go outside, peek at it, come back in. But I need to make my a solar eclipse box. But we were saying that if you're old enough, this has happened in some capacity, not the full total solar eclipse, but in some capacity we've had them. So I think once or twice I've made the cereal box glimpse.
Yep, and we're going to be talking about that later in the
Yeah.
show. So folks, again, if you came up short on buying glasses in time, we got the solution here at TV8 Summit. We're going to be talking about how to watch the solar eclipse with a cereal box, some tin foil, and using a pin to poke a hole in that. So thanks, Erin, for joining us this morning, as always on
Absolutely.
Monday.
Thanks for having me.
Oliver, one more time. There we go. That's what I was
Got
waiting
it that
for.
time.
Well, thank you guys for coming in, and we'll see you again
Absolutely.
next Monday.
Great.
All right, stay tuned, folks. We'll be back after these messages.